Mr. Royce Media coming at you guys with another live stream. How are you guys doing today? What y'all got going on? Is everybody good out there? I hope so. I, myself, doing pretty good. Sitting out here looking out this window, checking out all the women out here with you know, looking how they look. Some of them look nice, some of them look funny. You know, so is life. So is life. Yeah. So what y'all complaining about today? I know y'all, apparently being a man is suffering to some of you all. So what's so painful about being a man today? Huh? We're gonna talk about this, and I think we need to talk about this more because I think there's something. I think there is a bit of a virus going around to where too many American men are miserable being men. And I get it. I get there's a lot of things in the system that make for certain challenges and for certain demographics. It can be argued that certain things in the system are outright set up against them. But at the end of the day, that's what differentiates men from women, and what differentiates men from the masculine men from same sexuals. So, you know, so let's talk about it. So we started on this yesterday, and this is stemming from a conversation with a conversation I overheard from Anton Daniels, and in that conversation, he is of the viewpoint that manhood is suffering. That to be a man is to suffer, and you know, I take issue with that because you know, being human, it can be said that being human is to suffer. We see babies. A hungry baby is suffering until you feed it. A tired baby is suffering until it can get some sleep. So I don't understand that. We have a whole the feminist movement was based on women suffering, quote unquote. you know, the LGBTQ movement was based on same sexuals and the divergent sexuals suffering. So being a man is suffering. That's stupid. You know, I am of the mindset that being a man is being able to provide solutions. Now, these solutions don't have to be perfect, but being a man is seeking solutions, seeking to overcome obstacles, challenges, contests, so forth and so on. You know, the difference between men, women, children, same sexuals is that men are looked to provide solutions. Are they not? Are they not? I want to know. Men are, as far as I know, men are looked at to provide solutions. You know, and those solutions are solutions that not only help those individual men, but help everybody. Do you all remember not too long ago, a few years back, there was this show that pit men against women out in the wilderness. It was a group of men and it was a group of women out in the wilderness. And the premise of the show was to see who could survive. And basically, you had a group of women. They were together. They had their little council, and basically they just sat there and complained and bitched and moaned, while the men got together and started building stuff. The men's the male solution was to they started a fire, they built shelters. Um, Next thing you know, they had like hot tubs and all kinds of stuff. Um, and while the women, their solution was to go try to cozy up to the men. You know, that whole thing with being a quote unquote protector and provider. Those are solutions for problems. You know, those are solutions for problems. That you know, so I don't get this whole idea of I don't get this whole idea of suffering. You know, I don't understand where that comes from. So what's up, Bessart and Guri Shankar Modi? How you guys doing? We're talking about the issue of manhood. And my premise that to be a man is to be is to overcome, accomplish, conquer, create solutions, accomplish things like that. And I think it's important that this is stated because like I said before, anybody can have problems. So, you know, all kinds of people have problems, all kinds of people suffer, all kinds of people experience discomfort. What sets men apart is that men seek solutions. Men seek a way to overcome. One of the things that has made the human male the preeminent intelligence and predator on the planet is that men have shifted, men have bent the environment to their will. They've taken their strengths and maximized them. They've taken their weaknesses and made them inconsequential. You know, this is where that conversation comes from. A real man would, you know. So this is important because I don't want young men and boys growing up thinking that their life is going to be all about pain, and that their life is going to all be about suffering. It will be uncomfortable, and in order to accomplish things, you will have to go through various levels of discomfort, and you will have to make various trade-offs. That being said, that whole suffering thing, it's stupid. It's stupid. It's stupid. So, anyway, what do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that? Put something in the chat. Let me know what you think. And in fact, do me a favor and hit that like button as you come in. That like button. The like button. Share, subscribe. Do me a favor. Go ahead and subscribe. That's what I want right now. If you haven't already subscribed, subscribe. That's what I want to see. You know, right now I want to get these subscribers up, man. I'm trying to get another 70 subscribers. So help me reach that goal. Okay. Right. the more subscribers I get, the more interaction I get, the more I am going to be pushing out content, because I want to make sure I'm giving you guys what you want, and I don't want to waste my time. So that's yeah. Sorry about that, gentlemen. Had to take care of something, but um, what's the point of calling yourself a man if you can't figure things out? Let's address that. If you can't figure things out, if you can't a- achieve certain things, create a certain level of comfort, you can't take care of those that look to you to be taken care of. What's the point of calling yourself a quote unquote man? If you're dependent, why are you a man? Because as a dependent, you're still suffering. If you can't take care of the people that's important to you, are you a man? No, you're not a man. You're not a man. If you can't, if you can't uh, take people under your wing and make sure that they're good, what's the point of calling yourself a man? So think about it. Think about it. Think about it. That whole thing of, you know, even when you talk about fighting wars and different things like that, that's still a manhood endeavor. Women are not. Um, Women may suffer because of the things that lead up to war, but in order to create change, it would be it's on the men to go to war to create change. You know, it's so I don't get I don't get the whole idea that to be a man is to suffer. I don't even know why Anton said that. Maybe it sounded good to him. Maybe he thought it sounded good. Maybe he thought it sounded profound, but it sounded stupid. If you ask me, it sounded stupid. It didn't make sense. So, yeah. Anyway, what are your thoughts? Put some in the chat. Put some in the chat. What are your thoughts? Let's talk about it. Let's discuss it. Well, doesn't seem like you all got a whole lot to say, so I'm going to end this live stream here. I'll try to come back a little bit later on with another one. We'll address some other stuff. We'll probably talk about that situation that's going on in Texas between the two high school kids, where the one kid stabbed the other, and some people are saying it was at least manslaughter. Some people are saying that it was self-defense. So we'll talk about that. I'll talk about it from a retired police officer's perspective and tell you what I think. Now, my information on this whole case is limited, so I'm only going to go by what I know, and everything will be pure speculation. Anyway, we will talk about it later. That being said, this is Mr. Royce ending this live stream. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, and I will talk to you guys in a little while. Peace.